Hello everyone, Dana 14th Prime here. Today I want to check out with you guys the Transformers The Last Night Deluxe class. This is Autobot Squeaks. I assume the comic relief of the movie, but the dude is stacked. He's packing. So Premiere Series, pretty typical packaging here. We got a little pick down there in the corner. That's going to wrap a little bit around the side. You spin around this side of the box here. We've got a picture of Squeaks there. Autobot Squeaks. It says Autobot Amigo up top. And you spin around back, you got some more pics of our Autobot Amigo. Bringing the heat, missile bay, big gun. Turns into some scooter, carries this trailer that looks like it folds out. Kind of a la homage to Optimus Prime trailer bay, it looks like. Particularly from G1. And then you got Drift over there, who we've checked out. And this wave also comes with Steelbane as well. And I believe Slug, the 4 Deluxe class in this wave. Alright, so let's pop our cutesy friend out of the box here and check him out. Okay, so here's Squeaks out of the box, and straight away you can see he's a fun character. It's a fun toy. It's got a lot of playability. I've got him here armed up, literally, with an arm and accessory, a big gun, and his little trailer he pulls around, turns into this big missile bay that can attach onto his back. So lots of pluses there. Minuses you're going to see as we go through. I mean, the paint apps on this thing are just poor. They're trying to give him a rusted weather look. They do some nice things, like actually chipping out the plastic there on the head. That looks really good. But then when they went for this, what should be just simple dry brush effect, and I mean, hell, even I can do that, and I'm no customizer. But I've got a video where I did a couple Optimus Prime action figures and did a dry brush on one that turned out really well. What they've done here with this brown just looks like mud or poop or something kind of smeared around the character. Just does not look good. But once you get past that, I think there's a lot of potential here. Let's dive in and check this guy out. So here's just the bot of Squeaks as he comes that will become the little motorbike scooter. You see he's got handlebars for hands, he's got these big eyes, and again that weathering effect, poorly done, kind of all over the figure. You can see he's basically all this light blue color. You see red Autobot logo there. For whatever reason, it looks like the product numbering got printed on in red as well. Another weird thing with the figure is despite them trying to give it the rust and wear effect, everywhere else the figure looks just so clean. You look at the back of the figure, look at the wheels. I mean, look how clean those wheels are. So it just overall doesn't really blend well. One other thing I don't love is I think the eyes are just kind of empty. He's got these nice big eyes. They've got clear plastic there, but everything's so clean on the inside and just blue. I don't think we get like the same effect with the eyes that you do and when you look at the pictures or see kind of some movie clips of what this guy looks like. But he is a cool little dude, and you get basically the legs will kind of articulate. I'm sure it's for transformation, but you can get a little bit of movement. The arms have just kind of like some hinge there, so they can kind of go forward and back at what's sort of an elbow, and they kind of have a little shoulder back there as well, let's say, and it will swivel at the shoulder. The arms are so short and stubby, it's not like you can expect to do much with them, but you've got a couple joints in there. And then on the head, you'll kind of just do a little bit of this side to side. And of course, his wheels are going to roll, kind of push him along. That's basically it in terms of moving this guy around, which is not great, but it's okay because we're going to find he can do a lot of other extra stuff. So it comes with this big right arm. It's kind of funny. Must be some piece of scrap bot he picked up and uses. Somehow was able to kind of incorporate it into himself because he's got these little handlebar hands. Again, you can just unplug that, plug that in, and then he's got the big arm wrestling arm. And it just pegs in so you can kind of get some basic articulation and rotation from it. And yeah, it's got some cool molding and everything. It looks a pretty good looking arm. And then he's got this big boss gun. This is the side of it here. It doesn't really look like a gun, but then you start to kind of look at it from the front, and it's just got like, you know, a half dozen different barrels on it or something. Like here, something there, and there. It looks like just all kinds of weaponry and ability to shoot coming out of this gun. It's well molded. There's no paint or anything really to it. But again, just all these different barrels and everything that they're molding in there. Does look pretty good. And then, yeah, he'll just kind of hold on to that big boss, just like that. And then he also has this little trailer that his scooter will pull. You can see a hitch there. Again, they go for kind of some of the same weathering effect on it. Pretty simple. little just box basically. So this thing folded out like that. That's the missile bay, basically just to kind of get it for his back. You just set it up like this. Get a bit wider here so you make sure you can see all that, but that's all you do really, is kind of flip that out. Here's the back of the figure. He's got this little like rocket pack looking thing on his back by his Autobot logo there, so that's all pretty cool. And then he's got a peg up top, so that'll just kind of peg right in. And that's how you get him in Big Boss Fire mode. Yeah, this rocket bay, this trailer, pretty simple to turn it into its base. You got just like a couple pieces here to flip up, fold down the sides, fold all that down. It's basically like this. Fold that down flat. And then this arm just folds up. We'll get this out. And then this toolbox opens up. Like you could put like his arm in there if you like. So this is basically what you get as the finished product. It's just like this little bay. His scooter will be able to back up to that. Again, this arm, got a pivot joint down there, kind of a couple hinges here and here. And then again up top, spin, hinge. And the claws got a bit of downward rotation as well. So like a little repair bay, like Optimus Prime. And toolbox over here opens up. Put the arm in it or something if you like. More of that bad weathering across the base here. And then when you come around here, you know, you've got the missile base side as well. So again, simple, but you know, add some playability with this little area to use with the scooter. So I definitely think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and transform Squeaks into a scooter mode. I will say, as I play and handle with the guy, I always tend to put the chest piece flat down like that. And I don't know, that looks like the way it should be to me, but in some pics, it kind of looks like they're protruding that more, maybe more like that or something. So you can put it how you want. You know, I haven't seen the movie or paid enough attention to this guy really to know exactly what's the right spot. That almost looks too high, but maybe it's something a little further down should be the spot. But anyway, one of those small transformation details. So to put this guy in the bike mode, got a little bit of parts formation. You just need to get the hands off of there, the handlebars, which are his hands, and set those aside. Let's open up the wheels like this. Pull down this chest piece so you make it spinnable and give it a rotation, and then put it back down. Kind of flip up the whole head section here and separate the right there, kind of create the platform of the bike. And we want to just kind of open that up and get all this, you know, nice and flat. Again, it's going to be the bottom of the scooter. So if we come back in here, we want to tuck his arms behind the front of the scooter. Throw those away. And then you just give this a spin. It's kind of got a natural angle to it. And just rotate it around, become the new handlebars. And if we come back here to the head, we want to just basically split this thing up in such a way. Pull the eyes off the top there. Kind of fold that into the top of the head. And give this head a bit of a half rotation. And basically what you're trying to do is just get everything folded up so you can tuck it down in here. And basically just close it all up in his little storage area for his scooter. So we get that like this. Got this little fender thing. Let's be sure to put that down. And then let's just get the wheels going the right way. And the more round fender goes to the back. So you just kind of rotate it like this. There's a peg there for that. And that should be pegged in, and we're basically there. This little kickstand was already down. So here we've got the scooter. I think this guy's got nice modes, both bot and the scooter. Now obviously the bot is much, much simpler, but still they've got to be able to pull this off. And we've seen with a lot of other figures, particularly in the Deluxe class, you know, the bot modes have been riddled with kibbles. So this is actually pretty nice. They do a good job in both modes. Again, save for how the wear paint effect comes out in either mode. It's got these nice wheels. There's tire tread molded in there, silver rims. When you look at the scooter there, If you look down into the boards, it's got like, you know, baseboards and molding and stuff like that going on. You've got the back of it, all looks pretty clean. He's got those little rocket boosters. Other side here, not too different than what we just saw, though no Autobot logo on this side. And then there you've got the front of the bike. And I guess he transforms it, you know, technically that was supposed to be like his eyes and where his head is. And I think that they pull that effect off pretty well, I think. Then in terms of the bike, I mean, I guess you get a little bit of front wheel movement there, so you kind of steer it just way down low. And, you know, you can roll it. So if we come back to our little bay, I guess one thing, of course, the bike will kind of park in here. You can back the bike up into the bay there. You know, a little repair arm here can be fixing it and stuff. So that comes back to all that playability that you can have and how the trailer works a couple different ways in the scooter mode and with the bot mode. So I think that's really cool, all kind of integrated. But if we come back to our base here, we set the bike aside and let's just kind of fold all this stuff back up. Let's just kind of put all this stuff back together here. Push that down. Pretty simple to transform this thing. And again, we've got the little trailer here. Little hitch nub underneath the back of the bike. Jeez. Like killing my thumb to get that in. That latches in very solidly. And there it is. You get the full bike effect with the, I would say little trailer, but that trailer is actually, you know, 3/4 the size of the bike. So it's pretty big. And again, similar gimmick. You know, if you wanted to bring out the pain, you can flip up the missile bay. He's got some big guns going. Again, lots of playability. So yeah, I think this little guy is a lot of fun. You get some kind of trailer hitch articulation there. So it all works together really nicely. And then if we want to, you know, put everything back, so we'll detach that, set that aside. Take our guy. Let's see here, in no particular order, but we want to kind of get the bottom of the bike loose. We'll kind of rotate that like that. Start to move this up, kind of poke these arms out. Spin the handlebar back around. Open this up. Let's pull all his head stuff out of there. Close that back up. Fold that back up like that. Flip his eyes down there. And put them down and his head down. Spin his chest around. And again, this is the, do you want it flat? Do you want it angled a little bit? Bring the legs forward like that. And again, the kickstand under there. It doesn't really matter. I think it helps to kind of leave it down. And then you grab his little hands and just plug those back in. And there he is, back in his little bot mode. Again, trailer you can work in with that. Gun you can work in with that. A pretty cool set. Like I've said, lots of playability. I think the mold and sculpting of the figure is really good. Both the modes look really good. You know, the area they're falling down is really just the paint application, which again is just shocking because it's so easy to do. You just take a paintbrush with a very little amount of paint in it, basically put paint on it and wipe the paint out of it, and then you just dab, 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 and you'll get a nice wear effect. This looks like they just took paint, kind of swirled it on there, and it looks like swirly mud or crap or something. That didn't turn out great. But otherwise, excellent, excellent figure. Lots of fun, 2 great modes. Looking forward to see the comic relief that he'll be in the movie. Reminds me of that little guy from Robots in Disguise. But we'll see how they compare. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. Hope you liked the video. See you next time.